What's up, YouTube? It's DBL Titan here, and honestly, I just gotta rant a bit because I am getting a little fed up with this, really. So, so I don't know about you, but me personally, I play a lot of PvP. This game specifically, I have all the story completed, all the events done. Everything's done for me. Like, I have nothing to do with this game other than PvP. Now, one would just say, put the game down, give it a rest, give it a break, go try something else, go play something else. I do. I have a folder of other games, but this is my main game. This is the main mobile game that I play. So, other than doing my dailies, that's it. That's literally it. I have nothing else to do with this game other than PvP and Tournament of Power, which I need to actually work on. I'm shitting that right now, but I'm working on it. Anyway, PvP, what I'm noticing is that people out here are exploiting or just flat out cheating and then trying to gaslight you into thinking that you're just bad. Even when you have video proof, even when I come in with video proof showing that this person is doing something at the specific moment where they should not be able to do, the internet just looks at me like I'm bad. But like I say, I have everything in this game done. Trunks Disciple, story, everything. So, believe me when I tell you, I can really see the little intricacies and all the little slight movements that a player should be allowed to make at any given time. Speaking about that also, have you ever had a moment where you touch the screen and then your opponent instantly reacts? Like, there's no time that registers to the other person's brain to where they can look at what you did, register it, and then respond. I mean, instantly, immediately when you touch the screen, your opponent is already countering you. Because I have a playstyle, and I boast about this online a lot, across many different profiles. There's one Facebook group I'm in, when I'm posting the videos of the cheaters that I find, they just ban me. They just remove my video and just flat out ban me because it goes against the terms of the group's policy. The group's terms of service or whatever, you know. The shit you agree to when you join some groups. But doesn't that just sound a little fishy if you can't even post evidence of you catching someone cheating? Because the admin wants to say, oh, you're fear-mongering. How am I fear-mongering by showing people what's happening in the game right now? That's not fear-mongering. If you flick on the news and they show you all the wars and all the travesties that are happening around the world, is that fear-mongering? No, that's showing you what's happening in the world you live in. That's keeping you up to date, up to speed in the current nows and nows. But the admin, he who shall not be named, he's actually subscribed to my channel here, so he's going to see this video. He's most likely not going to respond to it. If he does, that's on him. I don't care. I don't give a damn. But the fact of the matter is, trying to hide the evidence of cheaters just looks suspicious on your part on all ends. These people must have never heard of the Streisand effect. I'll put it up on the screen briefly so you can take a look at it. Long story short, the harder you try to hide something, the more of a spotlight you put on it. From the consumer standpoint, from the person who, how would you say this? The group member perspective. Because you're an admin, so you have control over the post, right? But it just seems very suspicious that everything that pertains to cheating you specifically remove from the group. I'm just saying, it seems weird, it seems suspicious, and if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's most likely a what? A duck. But back to the topic that I was just talking about before I ran off that slight tangent. I have a playstyle that's 100% random. So if I don't even know what the fuck I'm going to do right now, or what the next action is I'm going to do after that, how is my opponent able to perfectly counter and dodge what I'm doing? This is what I mean when I say, do you ever get the feeling where you tap the screen and it seems like instantaneously your opponent just reacts to the specific tap you do, whether it be an art card, a charging, or a tap attack, even just a float step. Your opponent just magically is already starting to move and react to your touch. I'm telling you, man, the cheaters, the exploiters, they're out there. They're going to gaslight you into thinking the opposite. And really, you just have to do your due diligence and train yourself so that way you know that you are a valid fighter. You have good skill. And nobody can, blame it on your skill. Because I have videos of me winning and losing against cheaters. When I post me winning against the cheaters, everyone just defends them. Oh, they're not cheating. That's not a cheat. This, that, the third. Okay. Then I come back and post a video. Hey, look, this opponent disconnected mid-game, thus causing the replay to be unavailable. Have you ever had that happen to you before, folks? When you go look at a replay of you winning or even losing a match and you wanted to look at a specific part, but it says could not load replay? And that is why that one reason is why I specifically advertise and promote to everyone who plays this game, record your PvP gameplays, especially ranked. I've seen it in Treasure Battle, believe it or not. I've seen the exploiters and cheaters in Treasure Battle. But trust me, it's way worse in ranked because everyone's trying to be in the top 1,000. Everyone's trying to get the Chrono Crystal rewards or the titles, most likely the Chrono Crystals, so they can fucking gambling at it goblins so they can take another spin at the slot machines in the summon page. But I'm telling you, I've been playing this game since beta. I took one hiatus from this game just because of how overwhelming the cheaters were in PvP, and it felt like because I was already at a sizable level, I want to say, a decent part through the game. Story caught up, I was working on my events, and I'm like, okay, let me just go to PvP. I'm gonna take a break from events. Let me just grind PvP. I got good units, good stalled units. This is before art card boost was a thing. And I just feel that realistically the exploiters have always been here. But it's the fact that even when you sit here and show people the Twitter page, the evidence that there are people out here who are literally getting modded applications from people who mod the game, hack the game, it's insane. They're able to go through whatever detection systems that Legends has built in, and they're able to connect with the online players, which is just unfair on all corners. You mean to tell me that somebody can sit here and pay a person on Twitter for a modded application and they just stomp you out in PvP? That's literally not fair. And to be fair, I've actually had on my burner phone. I call it a burner phone because it got a cracked screen and it's an Android. I'm on iPhone now, so it's just completely not my MO anymore. But it's way easier to get these hacks, these mods on Android than it is on iPhone. And that's just really what they do. They get an Android, they download these modded apps, and then they play. Because I've played PvP with a modded version before, and let me tell you, it is just stupid. Every card in your hand is an ultimate card, and you have infinite dodge. Me and my opponent was literally just spamming ultimates. I hit an ultimate, he dodges. He hits an ultimate, I dodge. I hit an ultimate, he dodges. He hits an ultimate, I dodge. It just kept going back and forth, tit for tat, until somebody hit. To be fair, that's Legends. Honestly, somebody dodges first and then they get fucked by, your opponent. But infinite dodge and every card in your hand, ultimate, God mode, defense, God mode attack to where one tap attack just depletes the health bar. Like, bro, come on, man, that's not fun. And then people want to come in the comment sections on Facebook and Reddit and whatnot and be like, oh, but they can't use the hacks on PvP. It doesn't matter. It's the fact that they're using hacked versions to begin with. If they're able to just squeak by and just play with the hacked version, even if they don't have access to the hacks that they have now, who's to say that they can't start tweaking the app later down the line and start making more hacks bypass the detection methods? And then who's to say that hasn't already happened and you're just sitting here oblivious and just, oh, but they can't use this and they can't use that. It sounds more like you know more than you're letting on. For you to know what they can and can't do, it seems like you've ventured over to the other side like I have. More than me, actually, because that one PvP match was enough for me. That was all I didn't need. I don't want that. That's not a game. That's not Legends. It's terrible. It's trash. And speaking of trash, if you have to hack a mobile game, if you have to exploit a mobile game to favor you more in a PvP, a quote-unquote fair PvP aspect, bottom line, you're trash. You're garbage. You cannot naturally play this game in its element. You have to take the game out of its element and put yourself in a more beneficial light. I had to get this off my chest because I'm tired of going into PvP, getting matched with players who have less good game points than me, but magically playing just as good as me. I understand rerolls exist, but you can't sit here and tell me every player I match with less than 1,000 good game points is a reroll. You can't sit here and tell me every player with less than 1,000 GGs is just magically at the same skill level as me. Whether if you did Trunks' Disciple, you completed the whole game. I have literally put more time into PvP than this person has, but yet they have the same amount of skill as me. It does not make any sense. What also doesn't make sense is if you haven't noticed, or if you're unaware, if you ever come across a player on PvP and some of their units are under 5,000, like they're level 3,000, 4,750 or whatever, those are bots. Those are bots. There's a reason why they don't have Zenkai units, even though the units themselves have been Zenkai'd for a long time. They just don't have them Zenkai'd. and they're under leveled, it doesn't make sense, right? And then it seems like, okay, why is the game throwing bots at me if there's millions of downloads, hundreds of millions of players? There should basically always be someone active, right? Always someone searching for a PvP match. But you also have players like this who will, on the flip side, have all their units level 5,000, but they'll have their Zenkai units be their bench and then have no equipment. Now, this is something that's always kind of struck me as weird because, yeah, sure, you're not using those units, but just putting the equipment on them makes the overall team stronger. You look at the power level, the ability bonus, it goes up slightly. So why not give yourself that extra boost to possibly do more damage in PvP? I don't know. There's just certain... There are breadcrumbs. Listen. There are breadcrumbs. You just have to pick up on them. You have to look. Sometimes just drop a combo. Mid-battle, just drop a combo and see how your opponent reacts to it. Because I swear, there are times where I drop the combo and my opponent is just instantly smacking the art cards. It's like they're not trying to dodge to get out of the combo. It's like they know specifically when I drop the combo. And yes, I am aware that to some degree that is a level of skill to constantly slap your art cards to get the upper hand when your opponent drops their combo. But to instantly know when I do it every time, never trying to dodge out of the combo to prevent any further damage to their characters, I don't know, it just seems a little fishy to me. And let me ask you this also. Have you folks ever had a moment where you tap the screen and you wholeheartedly know that you pressed down on it but it did not register? And then, to add on to that fact, did your opponent dodge in reaction to you touching the screen but the game not registering it? Yeah. You see, I pick up on these little things like that when I have my random playstyle. And it's like, there were many matches where I would sit here and tap the screen and it's like, okay, it just registered the tap I did before, but this one I did right now, it didn't register it. And I'm looking at my opponent. My opponent is just standing there perfectly still, like the SpongeBob episode where Patrick saw him as the guy on the wanted poster, just standing there menacingly. But then me tapping, I'm using air quotes, me tapping the screen because it didn't register, they're dodging. What are you dodging, sir? Because if anything, my character is then over there just standing there still. So you see, when I say there are breadcrumbs that these players leave, you just have to literally throw the bait out there and they will hit it every single fucking time. Because these bots, they're not even bots, but I call them bots because they play like bots. They play like bots because the second you touch the screen, they're instantly reacting. They're instantly dodging and trying to counter your move so that way they have a perfect playstyle. They have perfect HP, no damage. They have full health bars on all players, and it's like, dog, you can't sit here and perfectly know when I'm tapping and touching my screen in a peer-to-peer connection game. That means when I tap the screen, time has to register for it to appear on your side of the phone. So if I'm tapping and then on my phone, I'm witnessing you in real time, instantly reacting to that touch. For example, if I do a tap attack and the little key blast doesn't even make it halfway down the field and you're already reacting to it, come on, man. Come on. You cannot know what I'm doing as I'm doing it unless you're exploiting in some way. And then you can't blame everything on app switching, lag switching. Some people a lot of people really are lag switching, but not everybody. This is why I say a lot of them are using Androids, because it's much easier to, I feel it's much easier to app switch on Android, especially if they give you all of these little notches with buttons on it and shit, like the game center toolbar or whatever, where you can just hit this little button and then hit that, and then you have a multitask, and then you exit out of the app potentially and then come back. But I just had to rant and get that off my chest, folks, because that's just something I am seeing a lack of when it comes to searching for cheaters or rants in general for Legends. I just really don't see that many people talking about the cheaters in this game. Now, I know every game has cheaters. I am not trying to fearmonger or trying to spread misinformation or anything like that. Just please do your own research on it. Just literally go to Google, type in Dragon Ball Legends hack or Dragon Ball Legends mod. Don't use cheats like Dragon Ball Legends cheats, because a lot of clickbait people like to use that for YouTube videos to, oh, look how we cheat the summon system, and you do this little thing and that little thing, and then you get the Ultra Unit 14 starred automatically or whatever. And it's like, no. Look for specifically Dragon Ball Legends mods and Dragon Ball Legends hacks. You could put APK at the end of it or app, but you will find it, trust me. And that's just really all I had to say, because like I said, nobody's really talking about the cheaters in this game. Everyone wants to talk about how good they are. They got this many times God rank. It's like, bro, if you have 2 times God rank, 4, 5, 6, okay, I'm not gonna call cheats. I'm just gonna look at your playstyle and make my own decision after that. But if you're out here rocking 30 times, 50 times God rank, I'm calling cheats from the jump. I'm calling cheats, because that means every season for the past 50 seasons, most likely, you've gotten 1,000 in the top ranking. And anyone who really grinds PvP like that knows how difficult that it's. A dog-eat-dog world out there. And if you don't have the featured units, you're just going to get smacked. But what I'm saying is, I'm fighting people. Personally, I have over 8,000 GG points. Not trying to brag, not trying to boast. I'm just saying I play PvP a lot. Yes, that is my name, Cheat Equals Report, because these players don't understand that cheating hurts the game. You try to make yourself better because you're actually bad at the game, so you cheat, and then someone like me who actually has skill, who comes in and actually tries to grind PvP, can never really get over because I have to fight 10,000 people who are cheating. Now, I know everybody in the game doesn't cheat, but if 80% of the player base is cheating, that's the lion's share of the population. It's the majority of the people. So it's going to look like everyone's cheating when 1 out of 10,000 players aren't cheating. I'm just saying. But yeah, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I'm actually just going to start posting my video evidence here too, since I already have. But you know, it does. If you can tell by the analytics, it's not really popping off because people don't really look for cheaters on this game, which is kind of weird. You know, everybody wants to talk about Apex Legends and Call of Duty cheaters, but when it comes to fighting game cheaters, it's like nobody really talks about it if it's not on the super competitive level, like, you know, at tournaments. But imagine the game only has one tournament every 4 years, the Showdown at Las Vegas. So imagine these players who sign up are all cheaters. But remember, if you read the information that is given about this tournament, the players are given a device. The players are given a device to use during this tournament. They do not use their own phone. I'm pretty sure this is to eliminate any possibility of cheating. But if you take these players during the tournament, watch their gameplay, and then compare it to what they do outside of the tournament, I bet you it's a night and day difference. I bet you it is a 110% night and day difference. And I would also be willing to bet that in these tournaments, they do max star battles, like training battles where all units are 14 star. So there's no, oh, if my unit was just a little bit stronger. No. Everybody's full level. Everybody's on the equal playing field. But like I say, if you take their tournament videos, matches, and put it side by side with their matches that they have in their free time, I bet it's a night and day difference. But folks, I'm going to let y'all get out of here. That's all I really have to say today about Legends. I will be posting some evidence that I do have from my phone. I just have to do some editing and some commentary over it, possibly. I mean, I don't want to just put the video out there and not explain what's happening, but definitely drop a like if you like the video, drop a dislike if you dislike it. I know the cheaters and the exploiters are going to dislike it. I really do not care. I just have to put this news out there because awareness is the one thing we're lacking on this subject, because you can talk about it and then you got all the people who are exploiting and cheating, gaslighting you into believing the opposite. So you need more people like me out here, because people are starting to wake up. Like I told my friend who played this game the same day as me, when we both started at the same time, and this is our game. We die hard about this game. I tell him, there's a new me every day, and I'm not trying to sound like bragging or boasting in any type of way, but I'm saying that in the way to say people are waking up to the bullshit that's happening in this game and realizing other people are starting to come out with their own videos of cheaters, exploiters, and it's not just me. Because the Facebook group I'm in, it's always just been me. And that used to be their reason for banning me, is, oh, you're spamming the group with cheating videos. And I'm like, spam would imply that I'm uploading the exact same video back to back to back to back to back to back. But if you looked at it, it was always a different match. It was always a different team, and it was always a different player. But it's spam. Now it's fear-mongering because I'm scaring the people. Okay. Yeah, alright. That's why I say this admin is he who shall not be named. Like Harry Potter, we don't speak of him. But he know who he is. Like I said, he subscribed here. You can kick me out of the group, pal, but you're not going to get rid of me. I got 10 other profiles, so like I say, you're going to have to close the group. Literally close the group if you don't want me in there anymore. But you're not going to do that, right? And as per me recording this video, I've actually been banned for the 10th time out of this Facebook group. So yeah, if you're in this Facebook group, be wary about posting anything related to cheaters, whether it be you finding cheaters, a match that you feel like somebody might have exploited or cheated in, because the admin, he who shall not be named, will come in with the swift ban hammer and just start cherry picking your posts and just then outright banning your account. He wants to say the rules were in place before he got here, but I mean, you got to ask why those rules were in place, because if no other, I want to say, forum or page really has that rule, why does this group specifically have it? And then yet also have so many members. It's a pretty popular group. I'll just say that. But that's all I have to say, folks. Let me know what you think down below. Like it if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Don't forget to share, comment, subscribe with the noti bell. Thank you. Have a great day.